The Rafale is a twin-jet fighter aircraft produced by Dassault Aviation, and capable of carrying out various short and long-range missions, can be used to carry out land and sea attacks, reconnaissance attacks with high accuracy in the prevention of nuclear attacks. This aircraft was developed for the French Navy and French Air Force fighter aircraft. It is used in combat operations in various countries including Afghanistan, Mali, Libya, Syria and Iraq, Egypt, Qatar, and India. Also ordered the Rafale fighter planes exhibited at Langkawi International Maritime and Lima Airshow in March 2019. France's Air Force and Navy ordered 132 for the Air Force, and 48 for the Navy, and 152 aircraft delivered in January 2019. The manufacturer is expected to resume delivery of the remaining 28 aircraft by 2022. Rafale entered service with the French Navy in 2004, on the French Air Force in 2006. 10 aircraft operating on the aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle. Qatar State signed a contract with dassault Aviation to acquire 24 aircraft fighter Rafale in May 2015. The $7 billion contract also include an option for 12 additional fighters, and the option was exercised by Qatar in December 2017. The company commenced deliveries with the first Rafale delivered to the Qatari Emiri Air Force in February 2019. French Defense Procurement Agency on condition the Rafale F3 are standard in October the 20th. 18 F3R is an advanced version of the Rafale F3 standard with increased flexibility. In March 2017, the government of France approved development of the new advanced Rafale F4 standard T. The company received a development contract for the Rafale F4 standard aircraft in January 2019. Validation of the latest standard is expected in 2020 for fighter aircraft development Rafale. The Rafale B and C entered service with the French Air Force in June 2006 when the first squadron was FU. Indeed, the second Air Force squadron was established in 2008 worth €3.1 billion, $3.89 billion. The contract to develop fully capable F3 standard aircraft was awarded to Aviation Dassault €1.5 billion, €600 million, SNECMA, Thales €500 million, and other French contractors, by the French Ministry of Defense. In February 2004, an order for 59 F-347 aircraft for the Air Force, 11 two-seats and 36 single-seats and 12 single seats for the Navy was placed in December 2004. The Rafale F3 was certified in July 2008. The contract also includes upgrades to the first Rafale F2 aircraft. The Rafale F3 was delivered to the French Air Force in 2008. In March 2007, 3 French Air Force and 3 Navy Rafale fighters deployed in Tajikistan to support the International Security Assistance Force NATO ISAF in Afghanistan. The French government ordered an additional 60 Rafale aircraft in November 2009. The Brazilian government awarded a contract of $4 billion for Dassault flights in January 2010 to supply 36 multi-role Rafale aircraft. UAE was expected to acquire the Rafale under a $10 billion contract to replace 60 aging Mirage fighter jets in November 2011, but the deal stalled when UAE aimed Dassault prices uncompetitive. It is also considering Typhoon Eurofighters to replace aging Mirage fighter jets in February 2012. Ministry of Defense India Rafale selected for the Indian Air Force Merca multi-role fighter program a contract worth around $20 billion. Rafale Dassault multi-role fighter cockpit is throttle control and stay hands-on because the cockpit is equipped with a head-up WID E-angle holographic display from Thales Avionics that provides mission data, aircraft control data and firing cues. In February 2004, an order for 59 F-347 aircraft for the Air Force, 11 two-seats and 36 single-seats and 12 single seats for the Navy was placed in December 2004. The Rafale F3 was certified in July 2008. The contract also includes upgrades to the first Rafale F2 aircraft. The Rafale F3 was delivered to the French Air Force in 2008. In March 2007, 3 French Air Force and 3 Navy Rafale fighters deployed in Tajikistan to support the International Security Assistance Force NATO ISAF in Afghanistan. The French government ordered an additional 60 Rafale aircraft in November 2009. The Brazilian government awarded a contract of $4 billion for Dassault flights in January 2010. to supply 36 multi-role Rafale aircraft. The UAE was expected to acquire the Rafale under a $10 billion contract to replace 60 aging Mirage fighter jets in November 2011, but the deal stalled when UAE laid dassault prices uncompetitive and also considering Typhoon Eurofighters to replace its aging Mirage fighter jets. In February 2012, the Ministry of Defense of India Rafale selected for the Indian Air Force Merkava multi-role fighter PR. Overrun a contract worth around $20 billion. The cockpit of the Rafale Dassault multi-role fighter aircraft. The cockpit has hands-on throttle and stick controls, as the cockpit is equipped with a head-up wide-angle holographic display from Thales Avionics, providing mission data, aircraft and OL data and firing cues. A collimated multi-image head-level display presents tactical situation and sensor data, while two touchscreen lateral views show aircraft system parameters in mission data. The pilot also has a helmet-mounted sight and displays CCD camera and recorder onboard image recording F-head display. Throughout combat missions, the Rafale can carry over 90 payloads on 14 hardpoints for the Air Force version, with 13 for the Navy version. The range of weapons includes the Micro Magic Sidewinder ASRM, an AMRAAM Apache air-to-air missile S-30 Elbazar Alarm Yes Maverick, and PGM-100 air-to-G ground missiles on Exocet, M39 Penguin 3 and Harpoon anti-ship missiles for strategic missions. Rafale can deliver nuclear missile standoff and before aerospatial assembly in December 2000 and form the Storm Shadow Scalp PG standoff cruise missile qualified on Rafale in September 2005. The first flight of the BBR and Beyond Visual Range air-to-air missile conducted on a Rafale fighter in December 2005. Successful test flight conducted from Charles de Gaulle from range of weapons systems. Rafale Exocet S. Calp, for example. Micah Asampa for replacing the Asam and Meteor missiles in April 2007. The Rafale conducted the first firing of the Sargam Asam precision guided bomb having GPS inertial guidance, and Rafale guidance optional infrared imaging terminal has been equipped with Asam from 2008. Rafale can Ri-6 ASM missiles, with each aiming to hit the target with an accuracy of 10 meters. Rafale Mi have twin gun pods and an X-4G on 30mm DEFA 791 Mi cannon that fires 2,500 rounds per minute. Rafale equipped with a laser designator pod for laser guidance countermeasures air-to-ground missile and sensor technology on twin jet fighters. The Rafale electronic warfare system is a Spectrum from Thales Spectrum, combining solid-state transmitter technology, missile warning detection system, DAR laser warning receiver, and multi-role fighter jammer. The Rafale is equipped with a passive electronically scanned ERB-2 radar that developed by Thales, which has look-down and shoot-down radar capabilities, can track up to 8 targets simultaneously and provide threat identification and prioritization. Thales developed an active electronically scanned ERB-2 version that complements the Rafale. In February 2011, flight tests of the radar aboard the Rafale took place in 2008. Aviation Room was awarded a $5 million contract by Thales in May 2009 to manufacture sub-assemblies for the ERB-2 radar to be equipped on the electronic system Rafale T fighter jet, including the Thales Sargam OSF infrared search and track system installed in the nose of the aircraft. Optronic suite performing telemetry, target identification, search and automatic target discrimination and tracking. In January 2012, the French Ministry of Defense awarded a 10-year contract to Thales to maintain and electronics and warfare systems Rafale multi-role fighter aircraft engines. Fighter. The Rafale is powered by two M88-2 engines from Snecma, each providing 75 kilonewtons of thrust. The aircraft is equipped for refueling threads with a flight refueling hose reel in drogue pack. The first M88 engine was made in 1996. This is a turbofan engine, a twin-shaft bypass, that is in principle suitable for both low-altitude penetration missions and high-altitude interception missions. The M88 incorporates the latest technologies such as single-piece compressor blades and polluting combustion chambers, single-crystal high-pressure turbine blades, powder coating, metallurgical discs, ceramics and composite materials. The M88 engine consists of a 3-stage LP compressor with inlet guide vanes, circular combustion chamber, single-stage cooled HP turbine, single-stage cooled LP turbine, radial B chamber, variable section, converging flap-type nozzle, and FADEC full authority digital engine control. Messier Dowdy provides jumper landing gear, which is designed to jump out when the plane is thrown by the nose gear strut.